major theoretical strands of research methodology. Here, of course, this is the basic introduction I have given. As far as sociological research is concerned, there are certain research procedures to conduct research. Okay, just please try to understand what exactly meant by methodology. Methodology means it is nothing but a procedure to conduct research. But here, not only just a procedure, but with a perspective. To get my point, the research methods are combined with some perspective. For example, we use the term called feminist methodology. Means what? The method is combined with feminist perspective. That's why it is called feminist methodology. Okay. So like that, methodology actually denotes the procedure to conduct research. But many times, the research procedure is combined with a perspective. With what perspective you are looking at the society? That's also very important. Okay. Whether you are looking with a positive perspective or with a feminist perspective, with a subaltern perspective, they are all important. Okay. Now, then another point I want to tell you that there is no uniform methodology to conduct research. No uniform methodology. But broadly, there are three types of methodologies used in sociological research. Three types of methodologies that I have actually prepared. Just to go to the major theoretical strands of research. After this, ఇప్పుడు ఈ చార్ట్ వచ్చింది ఒకటి. It is there, no? Yeah. Now just you look at that. So there are three types of methodologies. You just see the first one, the main strand. You see the main strand. What happened? Are you able to see that? Network is slow. Okay, right. But others you have, no? Yeah. You see the first one, positivist methodology. That is also known as scientific quantitative methodology. Okay. Then second one, interpretive and qualitative methodology. That is also known as non-positivist methodology. Third, quantitative and qualitative methodology, which include both quantitative data as well as qualitative data. Then coming to the substrand, the second column you see, under substrand, positivist methodology means positivist methodology, and that was discussed by Emile Durkheim. You see, the key theorist. Okay. So now the positivist methodology is one of the dominant methodology in sociology, which we are discussing now. We are going to discuss about this. Okay. This is one. And I will discuss what is positivist methodology. But here I would like to tell you that positivist methodology mainly focuses on the quantitative data. Right? Mainly focus on what? Quantitative data. But whereas the second one I have given interpretive and qualitative methodology, which is also known as non-positivist methodology, mainly focuses on qualitative data rather than quantitative data. Got my? This is the major difference between these two. Then another point you can write down, positivist methodology emphasize on objectivity. Please make note of it. Positivist methodology focuses on two aspects. One is quantitative data, another one objectivity. Whereas the interpretive and qualitative methodology emphasize on qualitative data and subjectivity. And what? Subjectivity. Okay. Now there are five types of interpretive and qualitative methodologies, right? You see under substrand, one is Vercetin approach. It was given by, you see under key theorist column, Max Weber. Okay. Then second, symbolic interactionism was given by Herbert Blumer. There are many thinkers, but Herbert Blumer is very important. Then phenomenology. It was given by Edmund Husserl. Then ethnomethodology. It was given by Harold Garfinkel. Then ethnography, mainly discussed by Bronislaw Malinowski. All these five are also known as what? Non-positivist methodologies. Got my point? Then third category is quantitative and qualitative methodology. This quantitative and qualitative methodology emphasize on both quantitative data as well as qualitative data. Second, it can be objective and also subjective. It can be also objective and subjective. Then there are broadly three types of quantitative and qualitative methodologies. One is critical social research methodology, right? This critical social research methodology was given by Lee Harvey. Then second, feminist methodology was mainly discussed by Anne Oakley, and there are many others. I will discuss that in detail, right? Then third, postmodern methodology, mainly discussed by the sociologists like David Harvey, Lyotard, Derrida, Foucault. It is pronounced as a Foucault, not Foucault. It is Foucault. Then Baudrillard or Baudrillard. All these are postmodernists. Okay. So this is the broad structure. Okay, actually, in order to make you to understand easily, I have prepared this chart. So now we need to discuss all these methodologies. So broadly, the methodologies are three types, right? Positivist, non-positivist, and quantitative and qualitative methodology. Okay. Yeah. Now let us discuss the first one, positivist methodology. Before going to discuss about this, yeah, please listen to me carefully. I told you positivist methodology mainly emphasizes on quantitative data and objectivity. This is one. And positivist methodology was popularized by the sociologists like Auguste Comte and Emile Durkheim. You know, Auguste Comte has written a book known as Positive Philosophy, in which he talked about positivism. Okay. Of course, we have a separate concept of positivism we will discuss. But what is positivist methodology? Positivist methodology is also known as the scientific quantitative methodology or positivist methodology. Okay. So, uh, the argument is that according to Auguste Comte and Emile Durkheim, the scientific methodology that is used in physical sciences and biological sciences for the study of the physical phenomena can be also applied for the study of social phenomena. That is called positivist methodology. Please take down this point. Right? The scientific methodology that is used in physical sciences and biological sciences for the study of physical phenomena can be also used or can be also applied. Instead of used, you say can be also applied for the study of social phenomena. Full stop. That means the methodology of the physical sciences, can be also used for the study of different aspects of social phenomena. Full stop. Hence sociological research is a scientific research. Full stop. Through scientific research, it is possible to establish a theory which is applicable to the entire social universe, like any theory in physical sciences and biological sciences. full stop. Such kind of methodology is known as positivist methodology or scientific quantitative methodology. So these points are very important when you write about what positivist methodology. So if you go through carefully, there are 2-3 points which you need to understand. One is what? The kind of methodology that is used in physical sciences and biological sciences can be also applied for the study of social phenomena. For example, in physical sciences, right, they study about machines. In chemistry, they study about chemicals, right? So the physical sciences and biological sciences deal with what? Physical phenomena, right? They use a method called observation and experimentation for the study of physical phenomena, right? But same kind of research procedure can be also used for the study of society. Social phenomena means what? Everything related to the society. Same procedure can be used. Procedure can be used for the study of social phenomena, so that we can also establish a theory. Suppose if physics, there are theories. Chemistry, there are theories, right? Biology, there are theories. In a similar way, in sociology also, we can establish a theory which are applicable to entire social universe. That is the argument. This argument is known as what? Positivist methodology. And the sociologists like Auguste Comte, Emile, Durkheim, they have developed a research procedure through which they have established a theory. That means if physics is science, sociology is a science. Got my point? If physics is a science, then sociology is also a science, because both of them, they use same kind of methodology with certain limitations. In sociology, we have certain limitations. What is that limitation? The subject under study in physical sciences and natural sciences is an object, which does not have consciousness. Please try to understand. The subject under study in physical sciences and natural sciences is what? Object means what? Machine, a chemical, right? A tree, which does not have any consciousness. They are under the full control of the researcher. But when it comes to sociology, the subject under study is a human being. The subject under study in sociology is what? A human being whose behavior is dynamic. To get my point? So that is why there are limitations. But in spite of that, sociologists have established many theories. And to begin with, Auguste Comte established a theory called law of 3 stages. Theory of law of 3 stages. By following positivist methodology, Auguste Comte has established a theory known as what? Law of 3 stages. Means what? Law of 3 stages means, he said, all societies have passed through 3 different stages called theological stage, metaphysical stage, and scientific stage. అంటే this kind of process could be seen in every society. No society has reached to the scientific stage all of a sudden. Invariably they have to pass through theological, metaphysical and scientific. And another one, for example, Herbert Spencer says all societies have transformed from simple to complex. This is a universally applicable theory. Similarly, Emile Durkheim established theory of suicide, and we have discussed about Emile Durkheim. And Emile Durkheim says that social forces are responsible for suicide. Though suicide is a psychological act, but social forces are the real cause for suicide. And he has demonstrated. Then on the basis of that, he has classified suicide into 4 types. Egoistic suicide, altruistic suicide, anomic suicide and fatalistic suicide. So this is the theory which he has established by collecting the data from the people, right? So it is applicable. Even today it is applicable to any society in the world. So like that, many theories have been established by the sociologists. That's what I have given those points. Okay, so now you got my point. Positivist methodology is based on an assumption that the methodology that is used in physical sciences can be also applied to the social phenomena. So Emile Durkheim has developed a positivist methodology with certain steps. So this is all description what I have discussed now. But now let us move to Durkheimian methodology. According to Emile Durkheim, the positivist methodology constitutes of certain steps. The first step is the social facts. And whenever you write answer with regard to positivist methodology, invariably you have to write these steps. They are very important. First one is what? Social facts. According to Emile Durkheim, social facts is nothing but the data related to the subject under study. Right? Anything we study about the society, that is called fact. Social fact is nothing but what? The data related to the subject under study. First, as positivist, Comte believed that the scientific study of society should be confined to collecting information about phenomena that can be objectively observed and classified. That means most of the things which we study, we can observe or we can experience, we can classify it. How we can classify it, I'll discuss. But here the social fact means the data related to a social fact. How we collect the data related to a social fact? Suppose we are studying about say the problem called crime, a criminal behavior. How do we study the problem called criminal behavior? So according to this positivist methodology, we have to collect the data from the persons concerned with that problem. Do you get my point? So criminal behavior we may not see, but we can understand from the persons related to that problem. So we identify the criminals, those who are in prison, we interact with them, and here under positivist methodology, data is collected from the individuals, and we have to believe that whatever the information they provide, it is reality. We have to believe. So first one is what? Social fact. Means according to Emile Durkheim and Auguste Comte, data can be obtained from the individuals concerned with that problem. So we have to believe that whatever the information that is given by the person, suppose you are telling something, it is a fact. I have to believe that it is a fact. But to what extent it is fact, of course, it is a questionable. But largely, it is possible to collect the relevant data from the persons concerned. Now I have given the example of criminal behavior. So we can collect the data from the criminals who are in prison, and we can also collect the data from the concerned police officials who deal with the criminals. Because with regard to criminal behavior, criminal tendency, the persons who deal with the criminals for a long time, they can also give some information. Then there are certain advocates who deal with the criminal cases. Got my point? And they are also the right persons to give information. Then also certain psychologists who deal with criminals. So point is that the researcher has to collect the data from the relevant persons, and the information given by those persons has to be considered as what? Social fact. And Durkheim used one term called social facts must be considered like things. Suppose if this pen is a fact, information given by a person is also a fact. Did you get my point? If an object is reality, the information given by the individual is also reality. That is called social fact. So that explanation I have given here. He argued that here the information related to various aspects. For example, we study about religion. Religion is not visible, right? But people experience religion. Whatever the beliefs people have, that has to be considered as a fact. Okay. So collecting data with regard to various aspects of human life, that is called social fact. And I have given analysis with regard to that. Okay. Then second one is statistical data. This is very important. What Emile Durkheim says that the information collected from the individuals can be converted into numbers. Do you get my point? That means the information collected from the individuals can be converted into numbers. How? For example, we use different tools for collecting data. Suppose, let us say, dowry system. On dowry system, we are collecting data, right? Then we prepare one question. Do you support dowry system? Right? Do you support dowry system? We give number 1, yes. Number 2, no. Suppose here we are 6. This question is asked to everybody. Let us say 2 persons said, yes, I support dowry. 4 said, no, we don't support dowry. So we got a number, right? 2 said yes, 4 said no. Then we convert that into percentages. Got my point? Like that, quantification of human behavior is possible. Quantification of human behavior means what? Your opinion is converted into numbers. I think you got my point, right? Social fact is information, and that information can be quantified. Got my point? So that is why today, with regard to many issues, data is collected from the individuals but converted into numbers. That means the quantification of human behavior is possible. Got my point? That is called statistical data. For example, Durkheim collected data on social facts such as suicide rate and membership of different religions. Actually, he has not only classified the suicide, whether there is any relationship between suicide rate and religion. He found that suicides are more among Protestants rather than Catholics. He has arrived to that conclusion through statistical data. Got my point? Because why? He has given explanation that Catholics are highly conservative when compared to Protestants. So among Catholics there is more protection for the individual. That is why the tendency of suicide is less. But whereas Protestants are very liberal, right? They are highly competitive. It is also positive, but sometimes that liberal environment may not have the protection for the individuals. When they face any challenge, then there is every possibility of committing suicide. So means what here? Suicide is one aspect, religion is another aspect. He has collected the data and he correlated. No, he applied statistical techniques. So he has found a positive correlation between religion and suicide. So like that, statistical data can be used. So now the second is what? Statistical data.